Hello everyone! Season's greetings. Today we are doing a quickie here. I have the OCD pedal from Fulltone, but not just the one type. We have two types here. So on the right side you have the version 2.0, which was the most up-to-date version of the OCD before it shut down, and then it got reacquired by Jackson Audio, and now it's back in business. Therefore, we have the pedal back. But what they've done is there's also the custom shop OCD, which harkens back to the famous version 1.4, which apparently the whole community was abuzz about this one, saying how great it was, and therefore he made a comeback. So you could actually buy the 1.4 version if you chose to. So I remember having the original 1.4 back all the way in 2012, 2011, somewhere around there. And I sold it because I hated it, because I was young and dumb and I didn't know how to use a how would you say, a hard clipping style overdrive. And back then, if you googled top distortion pedals, this was always number one. Therefore, I bought it. And eventually, over the years, I did get an OCD, but I got the OCD Germanium version, which I really love. And if you wanted to hear the comparison of Germanium against the 2.0, that is an old video I did, which I'll leave in the description box below. But today, we're going to check out the 2.0 and the 1.4. Now, in terms of major differences, as far as I can recall, the buffered section of the 2.0 is apparently a better version. It's not called buffered bypass, it's called enhanced bypass in true full-tone fashion. So we are leaving it both in their, their so-called buffered bypass. I'm going to be playing them in 9-volt mode, and we're going to check out the pedal in about 2 or 3 different settings in each toggle switch position. So you got the HP, LP, which is now known as high peak and low peak. It's no longer known as high pass, low pass. If you don't believe me, you can go to the website, download the manual. That's what it says: high peak and low peak. So we're going to check out the pedal first in the high peak position with a relatively low gain. I'm using this Epiphone Jared James Nichols signature guitar, going to a Hughes and Kettner Tubemeister Deluxe 20, going to an orange PPC 2.0 vertical camera, and being mic'd up by a couple of SM57s with the Fredman Mic Clip. And I'm using it in a slightly pushed clean tone, so that we can hear the true distinction between both of these pedals. So this is a clean tone. It breaks up a little bit. So now let's play some chords. I'm going to start with the 2.0. Here's a D chord. So if you can't really tell the difference, what I'm hearing in the room is you will hear that the 1.4 kind of has that much more harder presence. Some argue that that's where its true amp-like dynamic lies, with that kind of enhanced presence on the 1.4 as compared to 2.0, which has a nicer low end slash low mids going on. So I'm going to keep playing with this in this current setting. Let's have some fun. I get some high strings ringing here. So I hope you can hear that. There's there's quite a difference between the high end and the low end on each version. Here's back to the 2.0. Let's push the gain up to the middle, shall we? Sorry, that's not gain, that's volume. Let's push up the gain here. Let me double check the volume if it's the same. Okay. 2.0. Now it may be harder to hear the difference when I'm just focusing on the thicker strings. Let's go to the thinner strings. This is the wrong chord. I know what you're asking. You're probably going to ask me, what if I turn up the tone in the 2.0? Can I get the same tone as the 1.4? Well, let's find out. It's the 1.4. You can kind of get there. 1.4. Kinda there. Yeah, there's something going on in the high end on the 1.4 that I can't get on the 2.0. Let's crank the drive even higher. Can you take me higher? I'm going to put it back in the middle. Now I'm hearing something weird. As I crank up the gain, okay, let's hear the 2.0, right? Now I'm hearing the low end kind of open up on the 1.4 as opposed to the 2.0. Which, if you wanted to argue, you know, when you turn certain amps, the gain up, where the low end kind of bumps up as you pull up the gain, the 1.4 is kind of doing that. That's nuts. Let's max out the drive then. Back to version 2.0. Holy shit, I'm a believer now. Let's go to the low peak position. I'm going to adjust the volume because it drops when you go to that position. Now the 1.4 is much darker. Let's go to version 2 first. Now I'm going to crank the tone a bit on each of it, right? Let's see how the pedal opens up to bring up the tone. So 2.0, again. So now I'm leaning towards the 1.4. There's something about the low mids that just kind of like open up when we went to the low peak mode and we crank the gain and the tone. Gonna play a little bit more with the 2.0. Let's just bump up the tone on each to 3 o'clock. Just because we can. Alright. Now, I'm just gonna quickly go back to the high peak mode, adjust the volume back. Let's just check the balance. Right, high peak mode. Let's do the key of E. So I guess there truly is an OCD out there for everyone. I started this video as a skeptic and now I'm a believer. I hated the 1.4 back then, but today I love it. Maybe back then I was just using a Roland Cube 30, that's why it sucked. But today I'm using this beautiful Tube amp, keyboard, Tube amp. Let us know what you think about the tones achieved today. Let us know which is your favorite. Do you like the current production 2.0? Do you prefer the legendary 1.4? Or are you one of those people who like, nah, I prefer the 1.3 or the 1.6? Or do you like the Germanium version? Or do you like, shit, where's the pedal there? Do you like the warm audio, ODD pedal? Let us know. Let us know. In the comments down below, give us a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. And we'll see you real soon in the next one. Cheers.